Good day. Thank you once again. Big hands to all of you that have followed us through up to point number 7. Now, we have covered to those that are joining us and you are catching us as we go. Number 1, we said practical steps in resolving a conflict. There are 7 of them. Number 1, and I've got to say, it's important that we understand that I gleaned some of this information majorly for some of the pastors that speak into my life directly, and some of them are mentors, and some of them I follow them on YouTube. And this was a message that was done sometime, I think 2006, by Rick Warren when he was teaching about this. And I picked up some of the few key principles that can help us in resolving conflict. And we identified number 1, make the first move. Number 2, ask the Holy Spirit, ask God, whilst you are praying, for wisdom, how to tackle an issue that is at hand. Number 3, check always what's at fault in you or in me, because I'm not trying to push the blame, pass the buck, excuses. But the idea is to recognize, in order for us to reach a place of reconciliation with this issue, it's important that I check what was wrong. How did I speak? What is it that is at fault within me? Trust me, there is something there that will always be at fault within you. But we also find out number 4. All the time, even though you're 99.9% that you were right in the conversation, listen to them, listen to her, listen to him. Whether that person is your child, it's your spouse, it's at work, it's your boss, always remember the number 4. When you listen for hurt and perspective, it is because beyond the words that were uttered, that were spoken, there are feelings there. So you are trying to pick up on the feelings, on the hurt that was there. That is normally is the underlying motive that brings tiffs and problems in our relationships. But number 5, speak the truth tactfully. Speak the truth in love. Ephesians 4:15 told us that when we speak the truth out of love. It must come from the disposition of love. But number 6, we also realize it's always important that whilst we are doing that, we are here to fix the issue. We are not here to fix one another. We are not here to attack one another. We are not here to point fingers at one another. The idea is always fixing the issue and not fixing one another. When you fix the issue and the focus becomes the issue at hand, we leave that place not as enemies because the problem has been identified. But now, number 7, focus on reconciliation and not always the resolution. What do I mean by that? Because in reconciliation, you are saying, I recognize that what was between us has been compromised. What we shared between us has been compromised. There is a gap, there is a space that has been created between our closeness. And therefore, I want to re-establish that connection again. So in reconciliation, the idea is to re-establish the relationship. But in resolution is about resolving the disagreements so that we are all cool. But you see, resolution focuses on resolving every disagreement, and the truth is that's impossible. I've lived 28 years in my marriage to Shirley. Do you think we have resolved every disagreement? No. But you see, 28 years you can pull together. So for you married couples, it's a long time. From celebrating the wedding cake on the day when you say, I do, in sickness, in joy, in peace, in sorrow, in pain, in la, 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 la. When you say those vows and you cut the cake and you feed one another, and they are all enjoying, oh my gosh, I love this person. I enjoy my relationship with my wife or with my spouse or with my husband. The truth is, ladies and gentlemen, if I did not learn these principles that I'm giving you right now for free, by the way, we would have divorced long time ago. I would have left many churches hurt. I've had the privilege of pastoring about 8 churches in my life and ministry. Things have not always been good, either between myself and the elders, between myself and the board members, between myself. But I can tell you, those that have traveled with me in Africa, I go to all those places, they still respect me. Not because I was right. There are certain decisions that when we spoke, I didn't agree with them. But we agreed to disagree. We agreed unity and not being uniformity. We agreed we can disagree without being disagreeable. We agreed reconciliation is more important than always reaching a place of resolution. In your life, as a man and as a woman, there are things that will be very difficult for you to resolve, for you to be in agreement at all things. There are things that you will disagree, but always remember 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 18, as I pray. Now all things are of God, who has reconciled us to himself through Jesus Christ, and has given us the ministry of reconciliation. I want to pray for you today. Maybe you've been contemplating and thinking strongly about how then can I mend this relationship again. Focus on reestablishing the relationship and stop focusing on we have got to agree at all costs, because the truth is it is impossible. What makes it impossible is because we're all different personalities, different persuasions. So it's always important for you to know that the main goal is for us to reestablish our relationship. I've got many differences that with even right now, in the midst of this pandemic, there are those who are for vaccination. There are those who are anti-vaccination. How do we move forward as a church? Does it mean we divide ourselves? No. Does it mean that we allow division to set in? No. We are all in the same kingdom. Remember, the goal is reconciliation, re-establishing the relationship, and not resolution. We will always disagree at different times, but I must honor the fact that I can reconcile with you, work hand in hand with you, even though we may not see face to face, because what's important is the peace of God within us. May God bless you, champions. Thank you for following us through. You keep this space open. From time to time, I'll be giving you some mini teaching series that will be designed to help us as we grow in Him. I love you all. Thank you. Your host, Pastor Josh. Please go on YouTube and www.indestinyempowered.org. Like us, subscribe, so that we want to reach many likes as possible in our algorithms. May God bless you as you do that. I love you all.